This is True Buds, that Mary Jane, now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Yeah, number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up the perfect show for my smokers. True Buds.
And here we go. Welcome to the True Buds Show. It's Jack Woltering here, where I chill with cannabis industry guests, artists, growers, business owners. And today I'm here with a friend you might recognize from the YouTube channel, Mr. Caiel Noble. We did a lot of comedy videos together. Please go check those out. The weed delivery guy is hilarious. We were just talking about that before. Some good times on that. Caiel is an actor, video creator, and has recently been popping off on YouTube with his Nourishing Noble channel. So, Caiel, what's good, man? Tell us a little about what you got, bro.
What's up, man? Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Truly a pleasure. I'm very excited to be here talking to you about your channel, about cannabis, and also just telling you a little bit about what I do and my ASMR channel. And thanks for having me, man.
Hey, good to have you, bro. So that's a good way to start out. So, I know you've gone through phases. We were briefly talking before in terms of you smoking and stuff. You took a little break recently. Kind of let everybody in on where you're at right now and with your cannabis use, I guess. You're smoking.
Yeah. So obviously I still have a love for cannabis. I think I'm just in a space now in my life where I'm trying to find that balance with the use of it. Like I said, I took a break back a month ago, and I was doing it for 3 months of just not smoking. I wanted to see what it would be like to just flip things on and to not do it, to see if it would increase my productivity, just for self-discipline, just to take a break from something. During that time, I was getting a lot of stuff done. I was like, okay, this is cool. It's interesting to not fully be dependent on something, and I think I got to a point where I was just super dependent on it. I think, I love cannabis and I love the benefits that it has for millions of people in the world, whether it's CBD oils or whether it's doing it recreationally. But I do think that everything should come in a balance. And if you're so dependent on something, sometimes you do need to take a step back and, and just get yourself back to where you should be. But yeah, I still smoke to this day.
Hell yeah, man.
Still love cannabis.
What's your preferred way? You just smoke, what's your preferred smoking method?
My preferred way is probably just to roll something up into some hemp papers. I think I go through phases. When I started out doing it, obviously that's what I started doing, like joints and that, doing bowls. But now I just want the healthier way, so at least I'm using the hemp wraps. If we're going to call it healthy. But, so that's where I am at now. Sometimes it's just like a one-hitter pipe or something.
That's all you need sometimes, man.
Yeah.
But I'm on that same level. I try to moderate. I haven't taken off that much time since I needed to take off a year when I got in trouble back in the day. Mm-hmm. But I like to just at the end of the night usually, unless I'm shooting some videos, or I just happen to have a day off at the beach, little beach day.
Right. And I was also telling you sometimes I only started this recently, but I'll just take a few days off where I'm just not doing it, like Monday through Friday or whatever, or Monday through Thursday. And then for the weekend time, then live a little.
Hell yeah.
Some of us do it every day, but for me, to be more productive, if I just leave a few days where I'm just focused on my work and shit I need to get done, then smoking during the weekend I have no problem with.
Yeah, it gives you that something to look forward to, too.
Exactly, yep.
So do you smoke before any of your videos you make? Because your shit's really chill.
Right. And you would think I would, but I don't. I don't mix my videos with it. Actually, that's not true. I have done it for a few videos, but for me, when I'm doing video creating, I want to just keep my mind just focused on that. And then if I want to do something after, as a reward, then I'll be okay. Let's light one up. But, I try not to mix them, but I have before for some of them. Yeah,
I know we definitely did. We mixed that up.
Yeah. What is your usage on how often do you smoke, and how do you mix it in with doing your videos for True Buds and stuff like that?
I definitely smoke every day. Depending on the day, I would like to wait till later in night, like you're saying, get a lot of shit done. But if it's a day like Mondays and Wednesdays are usually dedicated to making content for True Buds and editing. So those days I tend to indulge a little more. And some of the content I'm making, you got to. You got to like, I can't be talking about something in my mind and not be doing it. That would just be kind of whack. So,
of course.
Yeah, for sure every day. Monday and Wednesday usually a little harder than the rest of the days. So yeah, it's like had a little vape earlier, a couple rips of that, man. But that's like why vapes are crazy too.
And I don't think I know what your preferred way is. What do you like doing the most?
I would just have to say it's tried and true classic. It's hard to beat a nice J. But lately I've been doing a lot of edibles, a lot of vapes. Still a good amount of J's in there, bowls, whatever. But I just like mixing up, seeing what's out there, man, because these edibles are pretty crazy. I've been making a lot too. I don't know if you caught any of my recipe videos, but
definitely. Man. You do a lot of them. You do a lot of edible reviews, a lot of tutorials where you're cooking some type of crazy thing with cannabis. I'm like, it looks good,
Yeah, man. I'll throw you a couple of those. I got some at home if you want.
Dope.
But yeah, man, always just trying to mix it up, switch it up. But yeah, like most people I talk to about the edibles, they're a little. What's your thought? Because they can hit hard as fuck sometimes. I don't do edibles as much. I'll do that when I just want like a nice, body buzz. So I haven't dabbled in them too much. Only honestly, just with you, a couple times we did it with like the Kiva bars, and sometimes I'll do like some just little gummies that they give you when you go to the dispensary. Okay. But other than that, I don't do it that hard. So yeah, you would have to enlighten me into more of that space. For sure. And I would say like at the end of the night, like I was saying before, is where I've been diving. I don't do them too much during the day anymore unless I'm doing a video on them because they just hit too hard and I'm basically fucked for the rest of the day. Yeah. But I did try one recently that was interesting. It was like a Sensi Chew, which I've had before. Okay. I've had their indica, but they have one called like Insomnia Plus or something. It has melatonin in it, which I've never heard of an edible having melatonin. So I took like 20, 30 milligrams of that the other night and just like stretched out. It was really chill, man. So it's a good way to end the night sometimes.
Right. It helps you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a lot of people suffering, like some people in my family who suffer from insomnia. So maybe that would be a good thing to introduce them to.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
What are some of your thoughts on the CBD and how it's been like just taking over a lot of things in that space?
I think it's great to some extent, but I also think it's definitely to that like oversaturated point. And I think there's a lot of people who, and this is in the cannabis space too, just in like THC game, but there's a lot of people who are just coming on board to come on board, because they see it as a quick money-making opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where I have like a hard time with it, but seeing like the health benefits, how it helps people with seizures, the cream helps. I had a lady on my enthusiast series, her hand, she couldn't move it. She put the cream on, it's all good. So like, I got mad respect, mad love for the healing properties of it.
Definitely.
But just some of these like, I'll call them infiltrators of like the CBD game who are just trying to schlep a fucking shitty product. But there's some good ones out there. And, I need to dabble with it a little more. And sorry, go ahead.
I was just like, we really have to do our research now just because the market is so big now. Everybody wants a piece of this game. There's one of my coworkers who's actually investing into a CBD product, and he was telling me about that journey on how they just have to be really careful on who they're doing deals with, who they're partnering with, where their manufacturers are getting the products from. So we just... obviously, I believe in the properties of cannabis, of CBD, but you really do have to do your research because you don't want to get like, just something that's not effective or something that's completely different to what they said, it was.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, man. And the way I guess I like to use it the most when I have had it is taking like the oil, and then I usually like to do like, I like sativa a lot too if I am, doing something during the day. So I'll take some of that for a nice balance.
Definitely.
So I feel like that's where it comes in the best for me. Otherwise, I've taken it for about a month straight just to kind of experiment, and I never did a video about it, but I guess I don't know, I never really felt anything that drastic. Sometimes I feel good that day, but you always have those days where you're feeling a little more upbeat, but that's where you can just like, it could be a placebo effect.
Yeah.
So, but I do definitely believe in the healing properties, but I feel like for some people, maybe it's just, doesn't do too much.
I mean, we're all different, man.
Yeah.
And something that one person takes is not going to be the same for everyone. So that's just life.
Yeah. And I had a company hit me up recently. Sunday Scaries, and they're gonna send me some like CBD, like little 5-hour energy looking things.
Dope.
So they hit me up and like, those look dope. I want to try that. Maybe take one of those, do a workout or something. So excited to see how that plays out, man. But yeah, the CBD game is crazy, especially like in places where it's not legal. There's all these shops popping up, and they're trying to get that foothold in the game. So when shit does turn right, they're like, oh, I have 30 shops already ready selling CBD. Let's move into the real
right.
shit.
And just to go back a little bit, you said sometimes you'll smoke before you work out.
Yeah.
What do you do that all the time?
Most of the time.
Okay.
But it depends if like I'm about to do something else that day, But most of the time I will.
Do you notice a difference between your workouts doing it versus not doing it?
It's hard to say. I really don't know, just because I do it more than I don't,
Yeah.
It's just like a way for me to, like, an escape, for that hour that I'm working out. Have that helps get me in that zone, kind of let everything melt away and really get after it. There's lovers and haters on using it as a workout supplement, but I definitely believe there's a certain extent to, like, I used to have a friend who would just like, oh, I'm about to go to the gym, and he'd rip like 2 bong bowls. And like 45 minutes later,
I'm like, that's a little much.
I'm like, you gonna go? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And he just kind of like stands there. There's definitely excess, like you're saying before. So for me, it's just a quick couple. That's all you need, man. Get going. And then afterwards, I've also experimented with some stuff there too, like a little post-workout like smoothie with a little coconut oil in there, infused.
Yeah, that's something I've never tried before.
Yeah, it goes hard.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, bro. So what's good with you, man? What's tell us a little more about your channel and kind of your inspiration there. And
yeah, of course. So I've been a creator now for close to a year, riding on a year now, and it's crazy. From a year ago to us just talking about me wanting to do a channel, there's definitely been some growth from there. So I do an ASMR channel, and for those of you who don't know what ASMR is, you're basically just combining visuals and audio on through whatever platforms, but through online video. A lot of people are using it as a way to enhance relaxation. People who suffer from, insomnia sometimes find benefits from watching these videos. It's really just a way to... And for me, I started watching these videos maybe about 4 years ago now.
Okay.
So I've been in the game for a minute, just as a viewer, just as an audience member, because it's giving me true benefit from helping me go to sleep. Like I feel like I'm a night owl anyways, and sometimes I'll just be an overthinker, and I'll think too much at night, and sometimes it'll hinder me from getting truly like restful sleep. So ASMR has provided me the opportunity to just be more anxiety free, relieve stress, get better sleep at night. And I religiously watch it at least every night, or I'll listen to some kind of like rain sounds or something like that. So, and then being a creator, I love it, man. Especially on YouTube, it just really gives you the freedom to express, to reach people, to add value to people's lives. And not only do I want to do ASMR and provide that for people, but I also want to leave people with with a worthwhile message and something that they'll take away from every video that I give them. So I'm really finding like a nice way to find a synergy between helping people relax and motivating people and things like that. So the journey's been fun. I love it. But you go through your ups and downs being a creator on YouTube. Sometimes you're frustrated on like why this video isn't performing well, and you'll kick yourself just about certain analytics. But the overall journey is what I love, and the process has been fun.
That's the truth, man. Yeah. It's so easy to like overthink stuff too, and we were talking about some of the best videos are the ones that you don't even think about really that much.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden they hit. Yeah, like I think the most popular video on my channel is like how to make a cigarette joint or something I did randomly as fuck.
Right. And
then all of a sudden it got like it almost has like 500,000 views. I'm like, what? Like this is just random ass shit that I just wanted to make quick video to get it out that
And
day.
you didn't really do much like preparation for that. It was
No, I
just
didn't
like
do it. Just random as shit.
yeah.
I think it was even because I was out of papers too. Like I saw there was some cigarettes. I was like, out of papers. Like, oh, this takes me back to fucking 8th grade here. Let's do this.
Well, there you go.
But
yeah, sometimes things that, yeah, like we were talking about earlier, like that just pop off. Sometimes like you just, it's just natural and it just fell right in the moment. And those are some of the things that have the most traction. So I think that's really dope, man.
thanks, bro.
Yeah.
So could you like show me a little bit of ASM? What does that stand for, by the way?
Bro, autonomous. I don't even know.
It's okay. Hey, I put you on the spot here. But like, so like,
I could look it up on Google, but you know, it does have a definition to it. Like, all right, so ASMR is autonomous sensory meridian response.
Meridian.
So it says sometimes autosensory meridian response is an experience characterized by a static-like or tingling sensation. So it's something that you're actually physically feeling in your body as you're watching these online videos through the audio and through the visuals. Like when somebody's like going towards a camera or acting like they're touching you, sometimes like your body and your brain will make it feel like, you know, like you're actually receiving those sensations. So you'll just feel like it's probably has something to do with like endorphins in your body. Like it just gives you a super relaxed feel. So to give you an example of ASMR, I'll usually start my videos like, hey guys, or I'll whisper even, I'll be like, hey guys, this is Caiel. Welcome to my channel, Nourishing Noble, ASMR. In tonight's video, we'll be doing blah, 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 blah. You're thinking about the audience member in mind, like, what did they go through during that day? Did they have a stressful day? Do they need help getting, you know, to sleep that night? Man, just providing them, you know, whatever that. And everybody has their different ways that they want to be relaxed. Like a lot of people in the community want to hear just me talking, just me having a ramble, like
just regular,
yeah,
not
just talking about my day. And then some people want me to like make mouth sounds, like just doing that all the time. So it's like there's a super broad range.
Where do you have the most fun?
I have the most fun where I'm just talking about my day and just keeping it real with people, just telling them about a story. I love storytelling anyways with my acting background, so that's just where I vibe the most. And I feel like people can actually get a story and relate more when you're just being real and just being authentic about it.
That's the truth, bro. I do have a question for you on that, like, because you're saying at the end of the night, a lot of people will take this in to relax, help them sleep. And I don't know how I feel about this. This is why I'm asking is, what do you think? I've heard studies like you shouldn't look at like a TV or a computer monitor like 30 minutes before bed or something. I haven't done any backup research on that, but I've just heard other people say like you shouldn't look at electronics. I do all the time before bed. But
I won't even look at them. I'll just turn it on and I'll turn down like the brightness on my screen or whatever, or just or I'll just turn it to another direction and then I'll just listen to the sounds. So I don't really watch the screen before I go to bed. I just more want the sounds to help me get in that right state for sleep. I did hear something about your morning routine that you should stay off your phone or whatever, the screen time for a little bit to actually start your day first, and then as you're having breakfast and then get on your cell phone. But to each his own, man.
I've heard that too, but yeah, I feel well,
whatever gives you the most productivity, you know.
Whatever makes you most happy.
Yeah, whatever makes you most happy.
But no, I feel that morning thing too, because you touch your alarm, or me personally, I'll go up, touch my alarm, and I'll like scroll down and be like, oh, what emails I got, it's
automatic. You just go straight to Instagram, like to see, what's popping, and it's like there's really nothing popping, but it's how we've become as consumers, as technology users. It'll just be automatic now. Yeah,
you just helped me do like one of my first story on my True Buds Instagram. I haven't posted on there in like a while, so I got to post on there more. Yeah, and thanks for that little inspiration there, man.
Of course, bro. Of course. Just helping each other to level up our skills, man.
Yeah, like we were saying, I just want to do I just need to step it up. Just do a minute a day. It's not that hard. How much time consider I spent on other content, editing, making videos? What's 1 minute? Just quick documenting that. And
so a question to ask you.
Yeah.
Well, where are you now as like as far as your channel goes? What are you pushing the most as far as content, and how are you trying to reach people in this community?
Very good question, Kyle. So I'm always trying to push the content, make fun, original stuff to keep me satisfied. But like a lot of times that stuff doesn't do too well in terms of views and like all that in terms of the analytics.
Right.
But I enjoy it. That's what keeps, if I couldn't do that. But like the how-to videos, I got to keep throwing in there because I know that keeps, those are people's favorites typically, keeps people engaged, and people just like the how-tos, reviews. But what I enjoy the most is like the comedy. I enjoy, like, I did like a weed news video the other day. Like I'd done a couple cannabis and fitness. Like I always just like making new stuff, kind of feeling out the situation. I did like a trivia series. I've done like so many random things just to like keep me happy. But the messed up part is I know if I just stuck to straight up how-tos, my shit would be way more popping. Yeah. You know, but that's not who I am. I need to be satisfied with what I'm creating.
You're more trying to just trying to be true to yourself. Keep it authentic, have it grow organically. Yeah, I vibe with that more than just, I mean, I feel like there's kind of a balance as well with that, because you do need to feed people what they're looking for on YouTube, because a lot of people are looking for how to do this, you know, how to do that. But you're also trying to feed your, you know, your inner creative. And in order to stay sane, you want to put out shit that you like, you know, and that you want to see. Yeah. So, you know, it's a fine balance with that.
And that's where I do throw like a how-to in every 3 or 4 videos, or I do throw a review in. But you just gave me an idea for your channel. Have you done like a how to ASMR?
You know, I have not. Yeah.
I know you're, you know, it could just be a one-off, but that could be a good, because those how-to videos, they keep constant tractions because of the search volume, you know? So
definitely.
That they keep you growing always, and that's a great part of those.
Yeah, something I do have to remind myself that YouTube is a search engine, you know, just but also provides social media aspect as well. But it is a search engine at its core, so you do want to feed to that algorithm, you know. So giving people how to do shit, you know.
And that's where too I want to take it. That's why we're doing this podcast, and like just want to keep taking it up another level, man, and just have fun with it. And I really enjoy this, just chilling, talking, kicking it, man. You know,
same, bro.
Trying to learn as much as I can. I know we've known each other for a minute too. Maybe we could go back here. I met Caiel back at the University of Kansas. Mm-hmm. How did we meet, bro? Was it an acting class?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was through one of our. I think it was a film class we were taking. I think we started in film class. Our teacher was Laura Kirk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think we started there. It was just like I don't know if it was intro to film or it was like a specific.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, because it was like helping with content creation. She was all about pushing the creators. But yeah, man, good times back then.
Yeah, and since then we did a bunch. We've done stuff together, man. Yeah. We've done like short films together. Obviously shot YouTube content together. And it's been cool to see each other grow throughout the years, because it's been about 6 years, bro.
Yeah, time flies, man.
Time really does fly.
Yeah, dude, you got me reminiscing on that Gravo scene. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a little short film you guys probably haven't heard of, Gravo. I'll throw up a link on the YouTube video here, but Caiel and I did a scene like downtown Kansas City. Like, dude, it had to be what, like 30 degrees, dude?
Bro. Yeah, bro. It was cold as hell, bro. And the reason I had a great performance because it was cold. So like I was just like, I'm gonna use this to my advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I was cold. Like,
yeah.
And my little sister was there too. Because she was part of the scene of film about family and stuff, and she was in the backseat of the car, and she was all cuddled up, and like it actually made me feel like shit. My sister's like cold
for her, bro. Yeah, yeah. That was a fun time, bro.
Yeah, that was a really good time, man. So you missed that out? You missed the old Kansas vibes out there, bro?
I do miss Kansas just for like the change of pace, and it's a little slower out there.
Oh yeah,
and a little more simpler, and I feel like you do appreciate that. Now being in Cali, it's just like actually, you know, it is pretty chill out here, but it does have it's just go all the time. So I do miss the people and and just that small town feel.
Yeah, it's a different pace, bro. Mm-hmm. But you spent some time out in New York too, right? You were studying at like William Esper or something like that.
Yeah, I studied there for back in 2013 for like a whole summer. One of the top Meisner Technique acting schools, William Esper Studio, and I've also studied here in LA at at a bunch of different places. Like, you have to just keep on.
But how did you like that, like, New York grind?
I think I appreciate it more now. When I was there, I just thought that New York was too much for me.
It goes hard, bro.
Yeah, no,
it's motivating though, because
New York goes way hard. But what I do love about New York, that well, and I'm speaking from the actor's standpoint, but you just have that, daily, like, commitment to the craft, you know, to doing whatever, like, your dream is here in LA as well. But it just feel like that's what you should be doing when you're in New York. Just going to that, you know, going to acting class every day, auditioning for some Law and Order or whatever, you know, and booking that gig. And I have friends who are very successful actors there, so
man,
it's
theater,
great
and
there.
And you've always been a lot more about the theater than me. I've always enjoyed it and taken, you know, theater classes, but I've always been more attracted to the film aspect in terms of acting. I
just think that's where I fell in love with acting, was through doing theater, because there's such a discipline, and I feel like you know who you are more as a performer, as an actor, when you're just getting down to it on the stage, connecting with that audience. It just gives you a powerful feeling, and then when you switch it to film, I feel like it's such a refinement. Like, you can refine everything. Like, you can retake a scene. Like, you can make it as nice as you want it to. But when you're doing theater, it's just real. It's just like in your face. You can't
fake that. There's only, like, and I might have mentioned the car. I'm just trying to dive back into some stand up a little more, but it's the same thing, is that there's no way to fake that, bro. Like, you can't be in front of a being in front of a camera is different between being in front of 1, 10, 20, you know how it is. Like,
and there's no way of faking stand up. Either people are going to laugh or they're not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to really connect.
What's the biggest theater you've played to, if you had to guess, like, seats wise?
I mean, probably in a theater of like 800 to 1,000. So solid, I mean, bro. You know, a solid size, but that's why, like, I'm really just using everything that I've done on stage and film and just putting it into creating on YouTube now.
And that's the beauty of it, bro. It just keeps evolving.
Yeah, it really does. Exponential.
That's the key to life, right? That I'm trying to figure out. How to keep evolving, be better, man.
Yeah, well, what is Jack thinking about right now? Like, what are you going through, bro? Like,
you know, man, just trying to, honestly, I just want freedom, man. That's like why I'm doing True Buds right now, is I just want freedom to make what I want to make. That's my overall dream goal right now. I want to be able to make a piece of content on a whim, a film on a whim. I want to be able to do basically what I want to do, man, you know? And I still pay most of my bills currently through bartending. You know, I've been bartending for years and years.
Yeah, respect, man, respect.
You know, it's a hustle, bro, and that's where I got a little cannabis and cocktail series coming up. So once again, that's where I'm trying to blend stuff. I'm
excited for that.
Yeah, man, so got some fun ones there. But yeah, another example of blending, man, but also trying to step up the fitness game. Like I was saying, dive back into stand-up. I haven't done it for like 2 years now. This year has been dedicated, like when I started 2019, I'm like, this is a True Buds year. I'm going all in, and I still am. And I'm going to continue to do so. But coming up, you know, towards the end of the year 2020, I'm going to start refining my goals in terms of acting, because I haven't been hustling the submissions as much. I haven't been getting on that grind as much.
Well, bro, like, I've been doing a lot of podcast listening lately, so this is perfect. But we were having a conversation about this earlier, like, and it just comes to purpose or passion. Like, it's okay to have multiple passions. It's okay to work on something for a little bit, to master that, and to grow it into something else, or to have it just be a phase that leads into another phase. With YouTube and with creating, there's a beauty in creating something of your own and making it into something. But I mean, I'm sure for a lot of YouTubers, that's not the end goal. Like, that they want to create other businesses or create another, you know, product or something, or have another channel. Like, sometimes life will lead you to another step.
And that's the truth,
so,
bro.
You know, I love acting still. Have I been doing acting for like the past almost a full year? Not much, to be honest, because I've been putting my focus into YouTube. But you have to put your focus into something and to master that first before it can be something that bears fruits. So,
and that's the truth, bro. And that's where this whole thing started from the first video we did together was because
And that was like
we
over
love
2 years
comedy.
ago,
I
yeah.
was like, let's make some
Yeah.
I love like weed. Let's make a little weed comedy, bro.
Mhm.
And that's kind of just
It was legendary too, bro. It was legendary, bro.
and then it just kind of has spiraled into this and just keep going with it, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got to do another comedy video, bro.
Oh, we will. It's already in the universe,
They're
man.
fun, man. That's where we were dying the whole time laughing on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
Good times, bro. You got me reminiscing that OJ. I haven't seen that in a dispensary since then. That little infused OJ that we had.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why.
I wonder if the
stopped that.
viewers caught that because most people probably don't even know what that shit is.
Yeah, they probably.
But I guess we
yeah.
said it. I don't even know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Shit's funny anyway.
I did have a question for you.
Yeah.
I know you said this was a year of focus and a year of just working on your channel. What is your goal? Like, what is your end goal for your channel? As far as like, where do you want it to grow and how do you want it to reach people?
The end goal for the channel, I just want people to connect, or if and it's not for them, cool, they don't need to watch it. But the end goal is to my dream goal with True Buds is to keep growing it so that at a certain point I could have a True Buds like shop, like a dispensary
That'd
that
be dope,
also
man.
double functions as a studio space. So I could
Nice.
also shoot content there directly related to the cannabis, also selling the product, but it comes in steps. So I think the next step right now is just trying to get like, a strain, like a True Buds strain,
Yeah.
and try to work that. And so that's kind of where I'm heading. But and I just want to have fun, man. Like once I can start actually making some more money off this, I want to like rent spaces out, get on that weed bus, have True Buds come on, man, just like smoke, chill, have fun, because that's what it's all
That's
about,
it.
while also trying to help people. I know that's not like the best answer, but it all comes down to the freedom aspect again. To me, is like,
Yeah.
if I could do this, if I could make a video every day and it was paying me great,
Yep.
which I believe will happen, it just takes the time. You got to put in the hours and hours.
Yep. I mean, I know we're speaking to a cannabis community. I know we're speaking to people on YouTube, but just in general, man, like I can't stress enough, just doing something that you're passionate about, and if it's an opportunity like YouTube that can give you the opportunity to become a full-time creator, then go for it, man. Like everybody out there needs to hear that you just have to go for this shit, because nobody's gonna give you anything. And you're going to be miserable if you're just giving your time to something else. So, like a year, 2 years from now, we might be doing something completely different. But at least we'll have the freedom to do whatever we want to do if we keep on just being consistent with it and growing it.
Yeah.
So,
No,
that's just my 2 cents.
No, some words of wisdom right there, man. Because you just got to do it. You just got to keep going, and that's where I like having a schedule that forces my personality. I just have to like put stuff on the books to force me to do it, you know? Or I'll be like, maybe I'll shoot that video next week. It's like, nope, it's on the books. I got to shoot it today.
Yep, you just have to make it a thing that you're just deciding to do and just getting done, because if you don't give yourself that urgency, the shit's not going to get done. Like, I feel like a lot of us are procrastinators at nature just because we want to feel comfortable and not feel too much of a pressure, too much of a stress. But if you're not giving yourself like these things, like dates, deadlines, things written down, it's not gonna get done, man. Yeah.
And that's part, like, to have the freedom, you gotta make yourself not have the freedom in a weird way, You gotta be committed.
It's just about making sacrifices for a bit, and this is a season of sacrifice that will lead to something beautiful in the end. So
yeah. And that's where, like, I'm happy you mentioned that too, because I do want to help everybody listening and watching, like, in the cannabis space, because there's like so much room for growth right now. This industry has freaking been popping off, and it's going to continue to do so.
Absolutely.
And I think most people are probably on the same page as me, like, oh, it'd be nice to have some freedom and be able to smoke, because I enjoy smoking. So like, just find what you want to do, whether
make
you're
a
growing,
channel.
make a channel, grow your stuff, start selling it. I mean, all these companies need salesmen, like, there's so many out there, so much opportunity. And I've even thought about, going with some of these bigger companies and start to do their stuff, but I want to go more independent route, like get my own strain, like I was saying, True Buds.
Bro, man.
I want to keep it like, that's where I want to try my best to keep it like as real and as possible. But with that, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah, and you just got to put the time. You got to put the time in building your community. There's no shortcuts into building a community on YouTube, because obviously people are gonna like it or they don't, and it just keeps on building.
For real. And that reminds me of a book. I'm spacing on the. He basically talks about the smallest viable market, and you really don't need that much, man. Like, and that's what I was saying. Like, if you're not feeling it, good for you. You go watch something else, man. So it's good to have that little like.
No, I was listening to Gary Vee. I've been talking about Gary Vee a lot lately, but he was saying there's 8
Gary
million
Vee goes
people.
hard.
Yeah, he goes hard. It's like there's 8 million people in this world. Like you just need to speak to those people like who like the same shit that you like. That's probably not exactly what he said, but in that ballpark, there's so many people, so many niches. If you just provide value for a specific niche, and you just go hard on that, then there's gonna be enough people wanting to, buy into that.
For real. And just have and be like, for me, it's just being like real about it. And I just remember the guy's name is Seth Godin. This is Marketing. Purple Cow's also a good one. I've just been diving into audiobooks as I've been driving more.
Yeah,
I highly recommend This is Marketing, because he talks some real stuff. But he's basically like I've been trying to do. I've been slacking on the giveaways a little bit, but like, dude, I've been doing giveaways on TrueBuds TV before I even made $1 on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not making money on that giveaway. I'm just like trying to show some love to people who have been showing me some love on my videos,
To jump in real quick, and to also relate it to what I've been getting through a lot of podcasts and YouTube videos lately. To jump off what you were saying, Gary Vee was also talking about, he's like, what I did for 4 years straight was just providing value and building community. I didn't ask for it. Like, I didn't make any sales or whatever. I just kept on tapping into the community every day, building relationships, and not complaining about anything. Like, sometimes you just have to grind it out and just build and build and build and build, and providing value. Like, and what I mean by providing value, you provide videos that people want to see. Like, you give people that outlet that they need. You comment, like, you don't just bypass people who comment on your videos. You reach out to every single one of them. You're thoughtful about your responses. If you're actually doing these things and being in the trenches, man, then like you can build a big ass community one day.
For real. And that's with like the responding. I respond the most, even the hater comments I love responding to. Right. Because they'll hate and I'll be like,
because hater needs, they need love too, bro.
I know, that's what I do. I'm like, like, it's all good, man. Like, sounds like you're a little angry. Maybe you should smoke up, like.
Right.
But then the best thing is that the people, like you're saying, they need love though, because I'd say at least half the people who I've responded to who have hated, and I don't get that many hater comments, mostly lovers.
Right.
And then they'll like, and I'll be super chill, like, it's all good. They'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, or like, then they'll make it all cool after I reach out and try to be chill with them. They're like, oh, he's cool or something. They just wanted that little bit of something. I don't know, man. Well,
because some people feel like they're too cool to respond to people who are showing them loves when they're a small channel.
Yeah, it's like you got 100.
Like, if you can't reach out to your followers when you're small, like, what type of man are you gonna be when you have 100,000? Like,
And that's where, to me, you can start. You can't physically do it. Like, if you have a certain amount, you literally physically don't have the time in your day to fuck with it. Yeah. So, but like you're saying, like, if you have, a couple thousand, a couple hundred, and you
can respond to everyone. You don't you're not that busy, bro. You're not that busy.
Yeah, we'll keep them coming back, man.
Right.
But yeah, that's funny to see the way, and that's where like everything's going. I think that's why podcasts are so cool, is people see the realness, of what's going on. Long form video, like the whole marketing game has changed. The whole sales game has been changing. Like,
the amount of value that I've gained from just listening to podcasts for like for whatever time I've been listening to it, it gives me way much more value than watching TV. Than like, when I'm just driving to work, I'll put on a podcast before I go to bed, or I'll just have a slot during my day where I listen to it for 30 minutes to an hour. You're gaining so much from it. And especially if it's like positive shit, instead of all this negativity from the news, from social media, Like, fill your stuff with good stuff.
Yeah, fill the pipes with
Yeah.
dude. And that's funny though, and that's where I feel like I do need to get a little more in tune with what's going on. I've been paying a little more attention to like the cannabis news, but bro, for the past like 10 years of my life, I probably watched like 15 minutes of news.
Yeah,
I
don't
just
do
fuck
it.
with it.
I don't do it.
It's all, I mean, which could be a bad thing is what I'm saying. Maybe I should kind of dabble a little more, but it's like, dude, like you're saying, most of the time it's like, oh, it's just a bad vibe. I'm like, I'm not fucking with that. I'm on my own level here. I'm not like...
Well, I mean, we all have our views on the news, I'm sure. And I'm sure there's a lot of biased content being shown on media.
But it's dying though, as well, too.
Yeah, because social media is taking over. Obviously, podcasts are blowing up a lot more. And people don't want to feel like shit. Like, they don't want to, every time they turn on the TV to see, you know, there's a mass shooting, blah, blah. Like, okay, I get it. There's some issues and things happen in the world that you do need to be aware about, but to constantly every day have to turn on something and see some negativity, like I don't want to see that every day.
I don't either. And
so
I
I'm
feel
gonna,
like,
you know, I'm not gonna put myself through that.
And most people listening and watching probably don't. But I know I always run into the people, you know, bartenders. You see every walk of life, or most of them. And there are those people though who like love that,
Right?
And they'll start talking. There's always that person who wants to start talking politics at the bar, and it's like, bro, come on. It's like, because then somebody gets too mad, the other person gets upset, and it's just this whole funny thing, man.
I think it's also a generational thing as well. You know, a lot of our parents or grandparents, they're more prone to watching the news and taking it like for face value, you know, taking it as like the Bible, because that's what they grew up on and that's what they believed in. And they still believe in that. And with the emergence of, you know, of more social media, of more of that world, it's kind of replacing the news and replacing all of that. So,
and I'm excited. Like I told you, I did that weed news video. I had tons of fun doing it. So I'm gonna keep those coming up, man.
Yeah, please do, man. Like, I love seeing it, how you infuse the comedy with it. It's dope stuff.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
So, you said you don't really smoke in your videos, so like, we're gonna do a collab though one day, right?
Yeah,
like,
we will have to do a collab.
Because I was thinking like, just to experiment with it. Like I think I mentioned we could just like
maybe we can get some
smoke
vape
up,
pens
like,
or
like
something.
roll like next to the mic, like roll up a J with like the paper, you know,
yeah, that would
like
be
a grinder,
dope. Yeah,
all the sound effects, like.
That's a great idea. You know, or we just have a conversation like this, just talking and doing some more stuff.
Super chill, huh?
Yeah.
So you just gotta. Yeah, that's where I feel like if I was doing ASMR, I'd just get so high, bro. I'd be like, yeah, dude.
You gotta act like you're high. No, no.
Like, that's the key, man.
That is the key. You gotta be in character, bro. Nah.
Man. For real though, I feel that that relaxation, man, and that I would definitely be blazing up for our video. I'm definitely gonna.
By all means, bro. By all means,
smoke up, man. So you gonna smoke tonight, dude?
Probably not, because I gotta drive back to San Diego. But if I was kicking it for the night, I probably would.
How is San Diego up there, bro?
I love San Diego. It's beautiful. It's a lot less chill than LA. I mean, you still deal with some traffic, but
do you go out to the shops out there?
Yeah, I do. Probably like once every week or once every other week I'll go.
There's some serious companies up there.
There's some dope companies. I've never had bad experiences with going into dispensaries. Like, I've always gotten a fire, and good people that have dealt me the weed.
And that's usually how you get your shit. You just go into the dispensary, grab a little.
I remember the days of like it was like a couple years ago. You had to have the evaluation card or whatever. Yeah. And I thought that was so funny because I felt kind of guilty going in. I was like, can I do this for real and actually buy the weed? And,
yeah, man.
And then back to 6 years ago when we were in college doing that shit illegally. Yeah. So it's like we've come a long way in 6 years, man.
For real, dude. Yeah, it's crazy to think about, man. I'm happy I got to experience that and get the rec though and kind of see that change in there just because.
Well, and it was something that was so like frowned upon. Like
it still is though. There,
it still is, but to see the evolution of how it's becoming more accepted is really cool to see. But I don't recommend everybody do it, but to each his own.
Yeah, everybody's different.
But like, everybody's different.
But don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah. Like it's so funny because I think about back in it was my sophomore year, like before I was gonna start my sophomore year of college. You know, I was hanging out with some of my frat brothers, and I was in this like working out tip. I was trying to get really healthy over the summer, and one of my frat brothers was like, "Bro, like, do you want to try some of this?" And at first I didn't. I was like, "Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool, bro." Like, because I just was so against that. I got peer pressure into doing it, so I ended up doing it, and then ever since then I've been doing it for about 7 years. So,
why were you against it at that time?
Because I didn't like I grew up as just like a straight laced. Didn't do much of anything really until I got to college. So a lot of the experiences I had was being opened up to me in college. So I was just, I guess, a little scared of it. So just kind of had a bad
stigma in your mind at that time, and you're like, yeah.
Had a bad stigma in my mind, and I just wasn't in that world ever until I got to college. So, yeah, that's when I, went crazy after that.
Yeah, I remember when your first time too doing it, you're like a little weirded out. I feel like with most things, like,
bro, all I remember is Buffalo Wild Wings and just feeling so paranoid. Like I felt like everybody was looking at me, and I was just hungry, bro.
Buffalo Wild Wings, I used to go pick up their sauce because their wings are small and shitty, but their sauces are good. That Jamaican jerk, Asian zing, Parmesan garlic. I'd buy those 3, bring those home, and I'd fry up my own wings, man. Like the legit big ones.
I haven't gone to Buffalo Wild Wings in a long time. I've been addicted to Wingstop for a minute, so.
I've never had Wingstop.
Bro, you tripping? please try out those wings sometime.
Yeah, they're better than B-Dubs.
Yeah, probably because I haven't been to B-Dubs in years, so they're better to me.
Yeah, I just remember going there and being like spending like $6 on like 5 little fucking shitty wings.
Yeah, it's not worth it, bro. And the ones at Wingstop, juicy, big, and they just taste great, man. You gotta try those things out.
Yeah. What's your have you been to a really good food place in San Diego or here in LA that you're like really vibing with?
San Diego has really great really great cafes, dope like local restaurants that have really good just like local food, like local burgers and stuff like that. So I try to go to a lot of new food places just to get more out of life and not to feel like I'm eating the same stuff all the time.
I've always been the same way. Like there's been like maybe 2 restaurants that I've been kind of a regular at. Like I kind of got 2 now in K-Town. Okay. But bro, I just like you're saying, like I like to switch it up. Don't get like, it's so easy to get caught in a loop. Like go to the same place, order the same thing, like sit in the same place.
Yeah, I'm just not one of those types of people who likes doing the same stuff all the time. Like I need to have variety.
Dude, I used to you got me reminiscent here because in school back in the day when you could go in the classroom and sit wherever, I used to like sitting in different places.
Really?
Just to switch up my like perspective and view. But a couple of times like people roll up to me like
what are you doing,
like,
bro?
yeah, like you're in my seat. I'm like, dude, we don't have fucking assigned seats, man. Like,
right.
I'm just trying to get a little new perspective here, switch it up. Like,
and I do remember people get salty, bro. Like if you would try to switch it up a little bit. Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
It takes me back too.
Dude, KU was a good time, man.
Yeah.
Crazy time out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool place.
Cool place. I actually really miss college, bro. Because it was a lot easier, man.
What's that song? He's like, I love college. I love drinking.
Yeah, I don't
like
know, bro. I don't know what you listen to, bro.
No, I don't. It's not my jam. What I am into this, like, I'm trying to think who I've been bumping lately on. Oh, that new Big Crit, man. Have you heard his new album? I mean,
yes,
when I say new, it came out maybe like a month ago or so.
Yeah,
I've been listening, but I've really been vibing with that Family Matters song. He goes hard. Big Crit's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Dreamville stuff that's out with J. Cole. And his camp.
They always go hard. Who else? Who I've been rocking lately, man? The old schools, of course. You can't always.
And I'm still listening to Nipsey.
Oh, hell yeah, Nipsey, man.
Yeah.
trying to think. Yeah, dude. I've just been like, it's funny. I don't even know. Most people probably don't know, but Napster. You know Napster?
Yeah, man, I remember Napster.
Dude, they have an app that for like a couple months I've been paying $5 a month for.
Why? Why?
Because it's just pretty user friendly how it's set up, and I've been too
know,
lazy.
I didn't even know they were still around.
Yeah, dude. So,
wow.
but they have as soon as the album drops, they have the full album up there though.
That's dope.
And you can download it if you want.
I mean, I just stick to Spotify. I've had no problems with Spotify, so that's all I do. I listen to my meditation sounds, listen to all of it on Spotify.
So when Crit dropped that album, does he drop it on Spotify fully too?
Yeah, bro. There's full albums on Spotify.
So, see, I need to start dabbling with Spotify, bro.
I don't. Sometimes they won't play it in order, but they'll still play it, and it'll just be on shuffle play, like if you're not paying for anything. And then I think if you pay for it on premium, then yeah, you can play whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle's got some bars too, man.
Got bars for days, bro.
Vitamins,
bro. And I know I'm not about to freestyle right now. So.
next time.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Oh man. Yeah, that's who else right now, man? And what do you listen to? You mostly do rock and hip hop? What?
So I mean, obviously, like I'm just listening to a lot of podcasts lately because for me to focus, I just need to feel stuff with like self growth and to get my mindset right every day. But I do listen to hip hop still. Actually, another artist I've been bumping a lot lately, his name is Jadina.
Okay, I haven't heard of him.
He's a mixture of hip hop with like Afrobeat music. So it's like African influence with like hip hop. Yeah, check him out when you get a chance.
What's his name again?
His name is Jadina.
Okay.
And his last album is called 85 to Africa. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
okay.
do peep that out when you get a
Nice, bro. I
chance.
always like getting put on to something new.
Yeah, you would love it. Because we kind of have similar music taste, so
yeah,
you would love it, bro.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. Besides that, working out regularly, you need that maximize your days and your energy level.
What do you like to do? You run, you strength train, a little.
Well, I'm starting out just doing Insanity 6 days a week right now.
Okay, I've heard of this before. Fill me in on Insanity.
So it's kind of like P90X or at home workout. But if you focus on that and do it for like 90 days straight, you'll just cut your body up, get in great shape. I want to start doing that to lead me into doing weightlifting again, old fashioned running, just getting in the best shape I can.
And that's
yeah,
bro. That, and I don't go to the gym as much as I used to, but I'm doing the same in-home stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And what's blowing my mind is just how quick, dude. 20 minutes, bam, go hard as fuck, you're done.
Well, I feel like people hype it up so much that you need to work out for an hour or like to 2 hours. You really don't.
Yeah.
Like you can get in shape 15, 30 minutes, a few days a week.
Bro, and I was joking around with a friend. I'm like, when I stop bartending, man, I'm gonna need to be working out more. Because I'm doing like 7-8 hour shifts, like running back and forth, shaking all these cocktails, like probably burning a shit ton of calories every night. Like,
right.
you know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, I'm gonna need to change some things up here soon.
Right. Just start taking care of myself.
Bro, and that's the thing is like, I know when I do, stop bartending in a way, I never will. That's kind of why I've started doing this series, is because it's cool, man. I've met a lot of cool people, and it's pretty crazy, man. You meet a lot of really cool people. And shout out to Steve, actually, who used to come in, and hadn't seen him in like 6 months. Don't mean to be a little downer here, but I guess getting it off my chest. But Steve used to come in, man. He'd drink some Jack Daniels, having dinner. See him 6 months later. He started working at Trader Joe's. He comes up to me, gives me a hug. He's like, "Hey, man, I have cancer."
Wow.
I'm like,
wow,
oh shit,
man.
dude. I'm like, dude. He's like, but I'm staying really positive, being upbeat with it. My girlfriend's being great. Hadn't heard from the guy in 6 months. See one of his coworkers 2 days ago ask him. He's like, he passed, man.
Wow.
I'm like, damn. And I guess I bring that up, but like I said, it just came in my mind. But that stuff helps you remember, man. This guy was 55, 60 years old, eating dinner, drinking a whiskey, and now he's gone, man. So so that's why, like, just trying to live life, have fun, man.
Yeah.
Hope I didn't bring anybody down there, but we all know somebody who that's happened to randomly, man. It's just kind of been on the back of my mind for a couple days. So it's like,
yep,
it's real, man. Shit's crazy.
You never know what somebody's going through. Like my 9 to 5 right now, one of my coworkers, she, her daughter was hospitalized. The doctors didn't know what for. They thought it was like pneumonia or something, and then they found out that her dog had a tumor So I'm just like, and the dog is, is gonna die soon. I'm just like, you don't know like what someone's going through, what like mentally, physically, like nothing's promised, man. So every day you really do have to attack the day.
Yeah.
And just
and it's easy
and go after the things that you care about.
It's easy not to remember that too sometimes.
Yeah. Because we're just in the hustle and bustle and every day.
Makes me want to go harder when I start talking and thinking about this. I'm like, dude, I need to step my game up. I need to start going harder, bro. I need to start making more moves.
Yeah.
Start going in out here, dude.
Yeah, man.
So, dude, we need to smoke up, bro.
Yeah, let's make it happen, man.
We probably haven't. Did we smoke last time we shot those videos?
No. I don't think we smoked together for at least like. It's been a while. Bro.
I remember your old place, bro, right out back. The little.
Yeah, the trap spot. The trap spot, man.
Oh shoot, man.
Man, I was a different person back then, man.
Hey, like we're saying, man, we're always changing out here.
Yeah, always evolving, always growing.
Yeah, that's the truth, bro. So Caiel, as we're wrapping up here on the True Buds show, man, they can check you out at Nourishing Noble, right? Is on YouTube?
Yep, on YouTube, Nourishing Noble, ASMR. I'm also on Twitter, Noble ASMR. On Instagram, ASMR.NourishingNoble. And on Facebook as well, just Nourishing Noble ASMR.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Caiel up on every platform here, man.
Every platform, man. They ain't going to stop me, man.
Kyle's getting it, man. And of course, you can hop on the True Buds TV YouTube channel. This will also be playing there. But we have a ton of videos where we collaborated on, like we were saying earlier, some funny ones. So you want to see my ass with some crazy long hair being reckless?
Yeah,
Kyle just being funny as hell, yeah. Oh, that Sativa and Indica one is really funny, man.
Man, yeah, check that out if you haven't seen that one either.
But yeah, guys, thanks for kicking it on the True Buds show, where we're always chilling with somebody cool as hell, talking about cannabis. I know I'm personally trying to learn as much as I can from everybody. So I hope you found some value from this show, and I hope you had fun, Caiel.
Bro, I just want to say thank you again, man. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Bro, it's good to have you, Caiel.
Thanks, man.
I'll see you guys later. And thank you to the sponsor of this podcast, MarijuanaBreak.com, a valuable resource for anybody who's trying to dive more into cannabis. They got reviews, they got recipes, they got a sick blog. Go check out MarijuanaBreak.com.
This is True Buds, that Mary Jane. Now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Yeah, number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up the perfect show for my smokers. True Buds.